Hello and welcome to MetroArts. I am your host, Rachel Simone. Here on MetroArts, we highlight some of the best in the business, from fine artists, photographers, and performing artists to cinematographers and musical artists, all from the Metro Detroit area. On today's show, we'll meet the founder and artistic director of the Actors Loft, Hugh Gall. We'll also feature the work of found object artist Michael M. Dion, and rock singer-songwriter Kevin B. Klein will perform in studio. We'd like to welcome Hugh Gall to our Midtown studio at Wayne State. Welcome to MetroArts.
Thank you, Rachel.
Now, you have over 40+ years of experience in the industry as artistic director and a filmmaker, and you started the Actors Loft in Royal Oak. Tell us about the Actors Loft.
Yeah, the Actors Loft was an idea I had to start a small school for actors to come in and learn their craft. And we have different classes at the school. We have a fundamentals of acting class. We have an advanced and ongoing study for more advanced actors. And we also have on-camera's essentials class, which is kind of fun. The actors get an opportunity to learn how to perform in front of the camera, which is great for films that come into town as well as films that we do. And we also have a producing class, a screenwriting class, and an improvisation class. So we have the whole gambit there for anyone that's interested in learning how to be an actor or an artist in the film industry.
Now, you participated in the 48-hour film project. Tell us about that project.
Yeah, that's a fun project. What's fun about the project is it gives the actors an opportunity, the students, as well as any local talent, to an opportunity to perform in a full production. And it's a short film competition, and you have to make a movie in 2 days. So there's a lot of pressure on you, from the concept to the screenwriting to the production to the post-production, all the way through, and deliver it within 48 hours. And we've been fortunate enough to come in the top 3 in the last, we've probably done that 2 or 3 times in the last 8 that we've done.
Now, we have a clip of one of your films, Forest Lottery. Give us an introduction to that.
Sure. The Forest Lottery was, this is a shorter version of it, was one of the films that we competed in the 4-8 international competition and actually came in the top 3. It's basically Minority Report meets Hunger Games. What it is, it's a sci-fi genre film, and we look at how society's reaction to the forest, if we were to, which is going on right now today, but as we lose more forests, oxygen levels drop. So we're looking into the future. If forests were very minimal and oxygen was starting to drop a great deal, the government would have to come in and create a law to control that population and oxygen level, and that law is created by a lottery. And through the lottery drawing, people are selected to sacrifice for the greater good of the population. So it's pretty interesting.
Okay, let's watch.
Good afternoon, citizens of the world. This is Emmanuel Ogbu. We have breaking news.
Thank you, Emmanuel. A massive wildfire has broken out in Bogota, Colombia today, destroying nearly 250 acres. As we all know, the lottery has provided an international humane and fair system, balancing the human population with the levels of the remaining forestry acreage. This startling new tragedy has forced the lottery service to hold an emergency drawing, with the United States share being an additional 50 names. It is time to pause and reflect. Remember, tell your loved ones how much you care. Hold them close.
Buddy? Hey, buddy, what's the matter? Come here. Come here. Look at me. Why are you crying? Come here. What's going on?
Dad.
Huh? What?
You kill all those people.
What are you talking about? I don't kill anybody.
Susie at school.
Yeah.
Her brother was taken yesterday. He didn't come back. Were you part of that?
Buddy.
Do you know about that?
I only know what I'm told. That's all. And look, I'm doing a job. And I'm doing this job for you and your mother. Do you understand that? Do you understand that everything that we have right now, the life that we've lived, is because I do this job.
What if my name comes up in the lottery?
Don't-
What if it comes up?
Look, don't
What
say
if
that,
my name
Adrian.
comes up in the lottery?
Your name won't come up. Your name will never come up. As long as I do my job, and I do it the way that they tell me to do it, as long as I do this, you and your mother are safe for life. Do you understand that? I'm
Yeah.
doing this for you guys. Because I love you. Okay? Come here.
So what type of feedback do you get from actors and production crews that are involved in 48-hour film project?
The feedback has been fantastic as it gives an opportunity to work with other filmmakers and actors all over the city. And we come together for this one weekend, so the collaboration that happens is phenomenal, and it's just a great experience.
Now, I know you have some very special coaches that come to the Actors Loft. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, we have three great teachers. Charles Serginski, who's an Emmy Award-winning producer and director, he's the one who teaches our producing classes and our screenwriting classes. We also have Tina Gloss from the TV show Pushing Daisies. She now resides here in Michigan, and she teaches our on-camera essentials as well as our class called An Actor Prepared. And then Dave Davies, one of the best improv instructors in the city, so he's great too.
Aside from the classes that you offer, how can actors and production crews get involved with the Actors Loft?
Well, the best way to do it is just stop on in. We have classes that go on every evening of the week, or you could always give us a call or visit our website at www.actorsloft.com.
All right, well, thank you for being here today. You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television. We'd like to welcome Michael M80 Dion to MetroArts Detroit. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we've transformed our studio into a miniature version of your workspace. Now, you consider yourself a true found object artist. What exactly does that mean to you?
Well, I find everything that I use. I personally find it. I don't go in abandoned buildings. I don't go to yard sales. I only find and use things that people have thrown away.
How long have you been making artwork from collected junk?
I've been making it, I think I started in 1989. And so that's, sometimes I don't want to say how long. It makes me feel old.
What made you get started?
I had too much junk. I like the hunt, you know, I like looking for things. I like finding interesting things, and I had a lot. And so I had to start doing something with it.
Now, what do you look for when you find this junk?
I look for character. For me, my art begins, everything is driven by form. I'm a great fan of form, squares and circles and spheres and shapes. And so I look for that. I look for interesting shapes, and I go from there.
Can you tell us a little bit about your process from once you find something to make it into an art piece?
Well, people are often asking me what I'm looking for. And I tell them I don't know what I'm looking for until I find it. So I look for things that speak to me, that show me they're worthy, that they have an intrinsic value that maybe people have overlooked. And so I invite them into my truck and take them home.
Now, you have a piece here called Think Things. Explain the story behind this.
Think Things. It's one of my inventions. I've been disparaged by some for not having a product, like a lot of young entrepreneurs, you know, design their own aprons or greeting cards, and I never had a product. And so my response to that was to create Think Things. We all have things, rings and chains and trinkets, and we all need something to put them in or hold them. And so I invented Think Things. They're things that hold things. And I thought, you know, I could have a lot of fun with my things. And so this one I made with an old pie tin and some piece of a chair and a piece of a table leg and some wire. And this one will hold a lot of things. Some of my things only hold a couple of things. I don't know how many things you have, so I don't know which thing to recommend. But it's a way to have fun with a lot of simple materials where you can create something, a complete idea with just the most basic things. And so, yeah, I'm proud of my things.
We also have one of your newest pieces. Can you explain this piece to us?
Well, I've been doing a lot more 3D collage work. And I like collecting these pieces, these surfaces that have worn paint, and they seem to be almost a piece of art already. And I don't like to hide those things, but I like to display some of my other finds. And so a way to do that is to kind of arrange these things on some of these pieces of painted wood and hopefully create a new thing that kind of explores and shares the beauty of all of the pieces as a whole thing. Yeah. Let me grab this piece. Now, I tend to do things that fit. I had this old window frame, and I took apart an old stepladder. I liked the paint, the way it had fallen on the stepladder over the years. As it turned out, the pieces of the stepladder fit perfectly into the frame. So once I realized they fit, I knew that they had to be together. So then it becomes, okay, make it all work. And so this piece actually exists because these pieces of the stepladder fit in the frame where I didn't have to make any cuts, because I'm kind of lazy like that. So I'm a Libra, so I'm kind of well balanced. And yeah, if things fit, you must commit.
Now, how can people visit you and support your artwork?
Well, I've got a studio over at the Russell Industrial Center here in Detroit. And I periodically have open houses there. It's not a situation where it's a retail kind of a destination for folks, but I meet a lot of folks come through during the open house periods, and I'm able to make sales that way. I do gallery shows. I think I've displayed in most of the eateries around town over the years. And so there's a lot of ways that I can connect with the public in that respect, yeah.
Okay, well, I'd like to thank you for being here today.
Well, I really appreciate being able to share it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Up next, we have a video that shows M80's actual studio at the Russell Industrial Center. You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television.
I'm a junk man. I make art out of junk. A lot of these materials I recognize from my own life. You know, pieces of flooring that my grandmother had on her floor. You know, a lot of artifacts that I saw when I was a child. You know, these materials were designed by young architects. Were just out of college. You weren't designing buildings coming right out of college. So a lot of these early old linoleum floorings, these young designers later were the guys that designed the mid-century modern that just exploded. As far as the dolls, you know, I use those, well, it comes from a place of tenderness inside of me. I've never changed the way the dolls look, you know, the way they look when I find them. I've never, you know, made them look worse or intentionally done anything. I've pretty much used the dolls as I found them. There have been, over the years, you know, I have found Victorian era dolls inside old steamer trunks, and they're almost always show that were well cared for. And then as you progress through the years and you find dolls from these different eras, the amount of care that they received, it diminishes. I don't know if that's a commentary on our society or what. I paint in reverse. I paint upside down with spray paint, and a razor blade is the only tool I use to manipulate the paint. I paint directly on glass. So as I paint, the more I paint, the less I see. If I were to lift the glass and look at the picture on the other side, the paint would run, and that wouldn't work. So I kind of paint blind. And that was part of the thing that made it real easy to know when to stop. Because I didn't have to check the image to see if it was good enough. I can find some pretty cool things.
And now, here's rock singer-songwriter Kevin B. Klein, or KBK.
Think it's gonna rain tonight, my heart is shining too. How could I be so blind, what you put me through? All alone, all by myself, time is moving slow. Told me that I was the one, then you let me go. What am I supposed to do with my life? How can it be? Every time I open my heart, you're on my sea. Now she's long gone, running with my heart, long gone, trying to make a brand new start. She's long gone, tearing me apart, long gone. Everybody needs someone, we all do. Just a little piece of mind to pull us through. How can you tell me, baby? How can you sleep when the whole time you were with me, you were planning to leave? Long gone, running with my heart, long gone, trying to make a brand new start. She's long gone, tearing me apart, long gone. I don't care what you say, I'm never gonna be alone. I'm made of flesh and blood, got a heart of stone. I'll keep on searching, searching for the truth. I'm never coming back, draw the line with you. Long gone, running with my heart, long gone, trying to make a brand new start. She's long gone, tearing me apart, long gone, you're running away, long gone, you keep tearing out my heart.
Kevin, welcome to MetroArts.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate that.
Now, what went into your making of your first album, Good Day to Be Alive?
Well, in Good Day to Be Alive, this album, I wanted it to be the ultimate rock album. I wanted it to have the flavor of an 80s type rock sound, but yet sound current. So what I did is I got together, I wrote 10 great songs. Went down to Nashville because I wanted to have the best players in the industry that I could possibly work with. And since Nashville is Music City and it's pretty much the hip thing, you know, to go down there to record. It's kind of like LA used to be. So I went down there and made the magic happen.
So how did your Detroit rock sound mix with your Nashville bandmates?
It actually worked out really good because all my guys in Nashville they're basically rockers. They're playing country right now to make it because country is like was the in thing, kind of, I would say, you know. Rock and roll is coming back with a vengeance, and that's why timing is everything, especially for my album that I got going on right now. It's great, you know. And the guys down there love it. It's great energy. It's super energy.
Now, you regularly write about your adventures in music for the Michigan-based UP magazine. Can you share one of those stories with us?
Yes. I have, actually how I met the people from the UP magazine is I have a home station in Michigan that's WKLT in Traverse City. I go up there and I play live on their show, and they do all kind of interviews with me. We do a lot of different activities up north, and I met a lady through that radio station, and she wanted me to write about my music because she thought it was fantastic that somebody from Michigan is going out, touring around the United States and, you know, making their dreams happen.
Now, next we're going to hear Only in My Dreams. Tell us the inspiration behind that song.
Now, Only My Dreams is a song that I wrote for my parents because my father had passed away in 1996, and my mom said that her favorite time of the day is at night when she can go to sleep and dream about my dad. So I thought the best gift I could give my parents was to write a song for them, dedicate it to them, and my dad's always with me, you know, and I just figure it's a good thing, you know.
And what can fans expect for your next album?
They can expect some killer ballads. They can expect some really rockin', groovin' songs. There's a lot of middle-of-the-road type rock music that is just really danceable. I'd like to say great energy again because it's really great energy, and it's kind of like, it's like my style. If people listen to my first album, the KBK music is all different all the way across the board. I'm not trying to imitate anybody else. It's my style, you know?
And how can people learn more about your music?
They can learn more about my music. They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on Twitter, or they can go to my website, which is the easiest. It's kevinbklein.com.
All right, thank you for being here today. You're watching MetroArts, produced at Wayne State University.
I can't explain feelings I have for you. Don't know where to go, don't know what to do. I remember those times, just touching your face meant the world to me, baby. I cannot replace, yeah. Only in my dreams, only in my dreams, only in my dreams, in my dreams.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. I would like to thank our guests, Hugh Gall, Michael M. Dion, and Kevin B. Klein for being here today. Remember, you can catch any of our shows online at MetroArtsDetroit.com and find us on social media. I'm your host on Metro Arts, Rachel Simone, reminding you to always remain open and embrace the arts in your community.